There's this wonderful saying that if you want to find out who somebody is, the direct quality of their character, you don't look at their character in the best of times, but you look at it in the worst of times. And for many people, while it may not be the worst of times in our human history, it's certainly challenging times considering what we've been through up to this point in time. And it's really taking us to the mat inside ourselves to look at what's left. We may look at it and say, my God, my entire construct and belief about who I am has been based on externals. Once I lose my big, beautiful house, or once I lose my job and my business card, that I no longer have a sense of self. And people go into extreme self-doubt and have to really go deep to find a shred of their own internal sense of self and strength and self-confidence again to be able to pick themselves back up. But that's actually a lovely place to be. On that end, it shows us just how dependent on externals all of us have become in identifying our own, what we call truth. Now, another side of that is that through the loss and stripping away of some of the externals, which is happening right now, that I happen to be in contact with a lot of people as a result of going to coffee shops during the day, which I do to do my research and writing. That's common. Anybody who writes is, you can usually find them hanging out at a coffee shop somewhere. And just as a little aside, it's not just to get away from the phones ringing at home, because we have our cell phone with us now anyway. It's not that. There's also something that happens when you're sitting alone in your zone and you're absorbing the subliminal information and energy of people all around you. There's something about that that can keep your creative forces going. So anyway, that's just an aside as to why people are hanging out in coffee shops. But or writers do, but what I'm finding out is a lot of people are hanging out and spending their time in coffee shops and cafes now. And as I overhear conversations around me, a lot of it is because of the unemployment. And one of the beautiful things that's surfacing from this is that I'm hearing people say, ask their friend sitting next to me, well, what are you going to do now? And a lot of times I'll hear the response, well, you know, I've never had the time to do this, and if I don't do it now, when? I'll keep looking for a job, but I really want to start playing around with photography. I always wanted to be a photographer. And I'm starting to hear these conversations come up more and more. Half the people I know right now are either writing a screenplay or writing a book. So this is clearly a time of incredible self-expression. And through that self-expression, I think we can begin finding our innate truths.